Welcome back to INCRadio New Jersey Satellite Studio. Today, we're talking about having a fitness mindset. Now, what is a fitness mindset, you may ask? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Fitness mindset is not only about hitting the gym or following a diet, but integrating exercise, nutrition, mental resilience, and consistency in our daily lives. That's a lot of things to put in mind. Good morning to you there, Leah. What can you say about fitness mindset?
Hey Marisol, I know you know more about fitness mindset because if anyone follows you on social media, I feel like most of the posts that you have always integrate some kind of fitness thing. And for the fans of the show, we all know you follow the keto diet. So having a fitness mindset, it is a lot. Which is why we're talking about it. How can we change our mindsets, right? To be more of a fitness mindset. So having a fitness mindset doesn't only transform our physical bodies, which I'm still thinking about those abs that I said I wanted to have at the beginning of the year, but also enhances our mental well-being. There is a connection between your fitness level, what you eat, with your mental health, with our mental health. Me too. We're all included. It also boosts our energy level and improves our overall quality of life. When I think of overall quality of life, Marisol, I think of awesome sleep, getting like restful sleep, not the sleep that you go to sleep and you wake up like, did I just go to sleep? Yeah. So that's also included in fitness mindset. So it's really about becoming a better version of ourselves. So for those in the live stream or team live chat, share your tips on how you stay fit or how you stay in that fitness mindset, anything to do with nutrition as well, so that we can, hear about them later on today's show. All right, so we're going to dive right into it. So Marisol already said, what is fitness? What is a fitness mindset? Well, let's start off first with physical exercise. Why is it important? First of all, it conditions our bodies. It keeps us young. It plays a role in our mental health. And it also relieves the symptom of mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. And regarding nutrition, because it's not just being fit, like physically fit, but also what you eat. We talked about nutrition a few weeks ago with Nurse Fernand Dunca and how it actually plays a role in our mental health as well. And of course, whatever you feed your body is the fuel. So if you have low quality fuel, I was like, I guess you're not going to feel that great, or you won't even look that great, right? Depends. So a fitness mindset basically is an approach to physical activity that makes fitness a positive thing. Personally, I hate to sweat. I don't like the feeling. I know some people love the feeling of sweating. I mean, I think I'm more focused on what it creates. Like, I don't like the process of exercise, but I like what I feel afterwards. I feel great, and I see how it affects my body, the shape and also the flexibility. That's what I'm after. But we're going to talk about that more. So, and also a growth oriented mindset enables you to embrace challenges and overcome obstacles and stay on track. So that's all part of fitness mindset. It is a lot. So, Marisol, before we talked about a growth mindset in previous episodes, I think last year, but now we're adding fitness and nutrition. So things seem a little bit more complicated, but I'm sure because you actually have been doing this basically for years as a physical therapist with your patients, hopefully you can help us figure it out. So I'm going to ask you the first question. Are you fit? Go.
Am I fit? That's a good question. I When I was reviewing this rundown this morning and then I look at that first question, am I fit? I would love to believe I am fit, with being a physical therapist, you have to walk the talk, right? You have to walk the talk. You shouldn't be just talking about this to your clients, to your patients. You have to actually do what you're teaching. So I did take this mindset quiz, Leia, and I'm happy to announce that according to that quiz, I am physically fit, which I should be, right? But what does it mean to be physically fit, Leia? Right? Well, like, what is physical fitness? Physical fitness is being able to have the muscle strength, the endurance, the flexibility, and the power to perform a task or an activity without undue fatigue or extreme effort. So say for example, you live in the second floor apartment, right? You're climbing a flight of steps. Like you have groceries to bring up to your second level apartment. Like you have to climb the flight of steps 2 or 3 times, depends on how much groceries you have. So if you are physically fit, you won't be like after one flight, you won't be like getting at the top of the steps and huffing and puffing for air. That's not being physically fit. But also, you cannot consider yourself fit if you only have this one aspect of the physical fitness. Like if you're only lifting, but you're not doing cardio endurance, you're not doing flexibility exercises. You can lift, you can squat a 50-pound weight or 60-pound weight, but if your cardio system is not good, I won't consider you fit. Like it has to be all these aspects. So you have to be improving not just your strength, you have to be improving your cardiovascular endurance, your flexibility, and your joint mobility. That's how you consider yourself fit.
So if you just like to run or spin or do one kind of exercise, that's not really being physically fit. That's just one kind of fitness level. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh
You have to,
no.
yeah, it has to
Dun, dun,
encompass all those.
dun. Okay, but it's not hopeless. I just want to say that seems like I'm trying to think, do I get out of breath when I climb up 2 flights of stairs with groceries? For years Philip and I lived in a 5-story walk up, and looking back now, we live in a place that has an elevator, and so we talk about when the elevator is not available, let's walk up the stairs, and we always laughed like, do you remember when we used to live in that place and we brought everything up those stairs, like groceries, we brought furniture, we moved like luggage when we would go on trips. And I don't remember ever having my joints ache, and I told him, I see that was a blessing in disguise because that kept us physically young. It forced, because you couldn't get home unless you walked up 5 flights of stairs, carrying whatever it is you need to carry. And I have to say for that, Marisol, Philip was the kind to only take one trip up with the groceries, regardless of how many grocery bags. So we also became a little efficient. I created a system of how to carry everything all in one trip. No one wanted to go down a second time. So yeah,
Because you have the strength to carry them, right? So not
yeah,
just the
or
endurance,
there
you have the
there was
strength to
there
carry
was
them.
yes, and there was no choice, right? Like, because it's just the two of us. It's not like we had a third person to help us carry. So no, definitely. And thinking more about that, because that quiz that you took, you also sent to me, and it did ask about stairs. Right. So I don't know. Uh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous, and hopefully our team live chat is not being nervous like me. So, for you, how often do you work out?
I try to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. And it's different workouts every time. Like I would do strengthening one day, then I would do cardio one day, and
What
I
is
try
what
to
is strengthening? Strengthening is weight.
like lifting weights, or it may be dumbbells or resistance band, or it can just be your body weight.
So when is leg day?
Well, when I do a strengthening exercise, it's all muscle groups. It's not like I have a leg day this day. It's all muscle groups for me, Leia.
I know everyone doesn't like leg day because you can't walk. You can hardly walk after. If you had a good leg day exercise, that means your legs feel like jelly. I remember that when I used to do one that had a lot of jumping squats. Oh, that was tough on the knees, the hips, and just the legs. But that was a fad workout. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I know a couple of people who are on our team live chat used to do it as well. Yeah, it was one of those famous video workouts that went viral way back when. Okay, so you say you work out 3 to 4 times. So what about for cardio? Like, do you do a lot of cardio?
I do this what they call the high intensity exercise. It's all over, YouTube. If you struggle to find a good one, just type up high intensity interval training, and it's really high intensity, and it's very short. It doesn't have to be long. So you really don't need a lot of time to exercise. My HIIT exercise only takes 12 minutes. 12
That's
minutes,
intense.
but
But if you do it, it is intense. Like I had
it
to
is.
do
It is intense. Yeah.
it is intense, like and it does require a lot. Like it does engage your full body. So for those of you who want a very efficient workout, and then you might need a nap after. It's that intense. Like, oh, I'm tired. Do you stretch before you exercise?
I do a little warm up, like a 5 minute warm up, and then I stretch for another 2 to 3 minutes because I work out in the morning, Leia. So I only have like 30 minute maximum, before going to work. So at least you don't want to stretch when your muscles are warm. So you want to do a little warm up, like a 3 to 5 minute warm up, and then you stretch, and then you go to your main exercise routine.
Okay, so next we're going to be talking about our diet. So before you work out in the morning, do you drink anything?
No, just water,
Okay,
lots of
so
water,
so
and
so you're not
I
one of
don't
those
even.
protein. What about after? Do you have like a do you have any food after you work out?
Well, the thing with me, Leia, is I do fasting too, so I don't put any calorie before exercise. So it's just really water. I really don't believe in. I don't know.
What
It's
time? Well, how
everybody's different.
Yes, everyone is different. And for those of you who are listening, please consult your physician before you make any major changes to your diet or exercise routine, especially if you have a pre existing medical condition. Okay, we're just talking about our personal experiences. While Maricel is a physical therapist, she's not your doctor and she's not a nutritionist, and she's just a physical therapist, which we value. But please consult your with your medical physician before engaging in any drastic changes to your diet or your physical routine. So, how long do you fast? 14, 16 hours, 12?
I fast like 22 hours.
22 hours. That's amazing. Okay, wait, because this is part of the fitness mindset, right? So I know there are a lot of benefits to fasting. It's supposed to clear the mind. It also gives your organs a break from digesting. And it also lets your body tap into the fat cells to help you burn fats. So there's a lot
Very
more
good, Sister Leia.
there's a
Very
lot more
good.
because I also fast. I don't fast for 22 hours, but I fast as well. So, can you give us a typical eating schedule then?
Well, I eat when I after work. I eat at 5 or 6 o'clock when I get home, and that's all. And then so basically, I eat once a day. We call it the OMAD, 1 meal a day.
Okay, and let's talk about your one meal a day. So, what's in your one meal typically?
My
Like,
one meal is
yeah.
typically lots of protein and no carbs, so no sugar. It's mainly protein. Now that we're stepping up our diet, we were doing keto diet before. With keto diet, it's a mixture of protein, fats, and you can have a little carbs, but very little. But now we're stepping up our game to a much stricter form of ketogenesis, which is the carnivore diet. I know not everybody will be agreeable to this, but to each his own. And the carnivore diet has worked for our family, me and Brother Brian. So it worked for us. It may not work for you. Some people may oppose to just eating meat, but it worked for us so far. We're staying healthy, and so it's mainly protein for us.
So right now you're not having veggies. Is that what it is?
No, no, I don't.
Wow. Do you miss them? Do
I
you miss
do miss
veggies?
them, and yeah, I do miss them, and to be honest with you, I do cheat. Like especially if there's an occasion, like I don't want to
Mhm.
feel like I'm depriving myself. So when it's a cheat day, I do eat vegetables and I do eat carbs
Okay.
and sweet. So I feel like having that flexibility to cheat once in a while, I don't feel like I'm really starving myself or like restricting myself too much.
Yeah, that's the thing for me is that when I have a craving, I know that I can't satisfy that craving, I don't want to eat everything else but that. So I'll just have a little bit of that and then see how I feel. Because mentally, like you're focused on that and you can't really be focused and engaged in what you have to do if you are craving certain things. That's me personally. I'm not saying that that's for everyone. And for you, actually, for the carnivore diet, how does it make you feel? Like,
It's actually for me, it's like the fuel is like my energy level is really good. It's like comparing your gas, like a premium and like the regular gas, right? Like if you gas up your car. For me, being in a carnivore diet, it's like my gas is at premium level versus just the regular gas if you're eating just the regular diet. That's how I compare it.
that
So
makes me
you
jealous because I also want who doesn't want premium fuel, right? So, okay. So just to give us an idea about the carnivore diet, what kind of proteins do you use? Is it usually just beef?
lots of beef, because according to Brian, beef is like the prime of all protein.
Oh,
It's
I
really the
believe
prime.
it.
So we have a lot. Yeah, it's mainly beef. We try to
Okay.
stay away from pork because
Yeah, I can't tolerate pork. I can only have a little bit and then it makes me feel sick. So, and I wish I could be on the carnivore diet. I feel like Philip would do well on that, but for me, I'm more of a Mediterranean diet kind of person. Right now, I'm very into salmon and tofu. I am on a low carb. I try to stay off the sugars, but of course, when the cravings hit, we have to be functional, so we have a little bit of sugar. And um and so my office actually, okay, so I have to say one thing. When we lived in that 5-story walk up, the gym was only 3 buildings away, so I would go to the gym all the time. So on top of my regular workout of going home, I could go to the gym anytime I wanted. It was 24 hours and it was great. It was so convenient. So just like now for the company that I work for, we cater lunch every day for our clients. So we also have access to it, and we usually always have salmon. So I don't have to worry about preparing salmon. I don't have to worry about food prep. So as much, because I can also take those leftovers home. So there's always leftovers.
that's nice.
it is it is nice. It is nice, actually. So I have to say, food prep, I know, cuts into a lot of people's healthy eating efforts. I personally don't like grocery shopping. I think it's very stressful, especially when it's like prime time grocery. I don't know if you probably order your meat online, right, Maricel?
No, no, Brian goes to this meat
A butcher's,
store.
a butcher's.
Yeah, yes, a butcher. Yeah.
So yeah, it's different when you go to a butcher shop versus going to the grocery store, right? Because you can actually talk to them about the cut of meat they have available, and it's usually less expensive, typically, and it's fresher because it's at the butcher shop. They only keep it for a few days and then they have to toss it. So no, that's great.
True.
Okay, so so you don't do fruits either on your carnivore diet. So you don't snack either. No,
I don't snack, but I do eat fruits, Leia. Even on the carne, I do eat fruits, like
is
because
that
that's what I have a sweet tooth, so that's my instead of eating junk sweets, I
yeah?
would just rather eat fruits. Yeah.
Recently I switched over to having a third or a half of a banana instead of a sweet pastry or cookie. It's hard because for our clients, there's like 3 trays of sweets. So there's cookies, brownies, everything, cupcakes, cakes, and fruit as well. But sadly, the way that they lay out the fruit is everything touches the fruit that I'm allergic to, so I can't have any of the fruit tray. Okay, so what are the challenges you face to keep a fitness mindset? So
Challenges.
because you have 2 sons as well, so I feel like the example that you are setting for your kids is also how they are learning how to take care of themselves.
Yeah, the challenges that I face, like if I'm feeling lazy. Laziness is one of the challenges, right? Laziness and just overall like the schedule, a daily schedule, because we are all busy, right? Like every one of us is busy. I can tell you, Leia, you don't have kids, so you're not busy. I can tell you that because you have other things in your life that keeps you busy. So everybody's busy. But if you have that fitness mindset, you will always make time. You will always make time for exercise. Like today, I woke up and I'm like, oh, I have to do the pre-prod at 10 o'clock. I have to skip my exercise. Like I have so many things I need to do before the show, but I think to myself, I do everything for everybody else, right? Like I do everything for my husband, for my kids, for my clients. Everything else for is for everybody else except me. And the only thing I do for myself is workout. That's my self-care. So I will always set a time to exercise no matter how short it is, because that's my mindset. That's how I value exercise. So challenges are feeling lazy and like busy schedule, and sometimes you have these aches and pains in your body that will give you an excuse to not exercise, but actually exercise will help you get rid of those aches and pains. Like if my hips start to hurt or my back start to hurt, I may not do a cardio, I may not do a lifting exercise, but I will do a flexibility exercise, and that will take away the aches and the pains. So there's really no excuse to not exercising.
I agree, and I am very. I realized recently with the weather that we've been having that my motivation is tied to the weather, because like with the thunderstorm and the rain, it really affects my mood. So definitely feel lazy when it rains. And I definitely, as I said earlier, I don't like to sweat. So going outside, I love to have a scenic workout. Yeah, like I need to see, I don't know if it's because I'm too much on social media. Like I want to see water, I want to see trees, but I don't want the bugs. I want to see the sun, but I don't want to sweat. And I don't want, like in New York City where I work, it's like everything smells just, 20 times louder. It's more fragrant when it's hot because of the way that the sun heats up everything. So all the good smells, all the bad smells, everything is just very smelly. Which is, I mean, that's part of summer, right? It's almost summer, so that's great. So I'm with you. When it comes to challenges about having a fitness mindset, exercising and eating right, sometimes I don't feel like preparing a very like veggies. I love to eat my veggies, so sometimes I don't feel like steaming it, so I'll just stick it in the microwave, which isn't the healthiest option to have your veggies, or actually cooking like a stir fry or baking something. I'd rather just use the air fryer because it's just more convenient. You set it and you forget it. So I think about being busy is, in your mind, you have so many things going on. So sometimes there's not space to do meal prep in your mind, like to think about it. All you have to do is to think about it. Let's say today, go grocery shopping and then prepare it tomorrow for the week if you prep your meals that way. So yeah, no, I'm with you. So how can we change our mindsets? You do this with your patients all the time. So what are your tips or suggestions?
Well, how to shift our mindset about fitness is knowing why. I think the most important thing is knowing why you are doing it. It's not like just a temporary fix, like you're going to attend a wedding in a few weeks, so you want to shed off a few pounds so that you fit nicely in your dress. But then after the wedding, you're back to your old routine, right? So that's not a fitness mindset. Knowing why you're doing it. So for me, a lot of people tell me, Leia, like, you're already thin. Like, why do you exercise? And it bugs me. Like, so you connote being thin to being fit, which is not true. You may be thin, but you're not fit, right? Or there are people who may be a little overweight, but they're fit. Like they can do tasks that doesn't give them extreme fatigue afterwards. So it's not always exercise is not just for losing weight. Like I exercise even if I'm already happy with where I am, but because I know that exercise is healthy. I know that if I do these exercises, it will prepare me when I get older. Like what you said earlier, Leia, like you look at some of these, like elderly who has a hard time like doing specific tasks. So that's what I have, like that's my goal. You have to know your goal. Like I want to age gracefully. I want to be able to run after my grandkids by the time I have my grandkids, right? That's why I want to be able to do these physical activities to keep up. Right now I wasn't this fit before, but I got into this fitness because of my kids. With you having two boys, they're always out there, they're always act. I want to be able to keep up with them. I don't want to be a bystander just watching them, So that's what motivated me to be physically fit. So knowing your why is the most important thing to shift your mindset. And I always tell my patients, I always tell them, when I discharge them from therapy, I tell them, I don't want to come back here after a few months because you stop exercising. It doesn't mean that your physical therapy session is done, that you also stop your exercises. Exercise should be a lifestyle. You should continue it. Whatever you learn from me, you should carry it on as long as you live. So knowing your why, Leia, is I think the best thing to change
You
it.
know, I'm so glad that you said that because I was thinking about this topic last night and I thought, when is everyone in a fitness mindset? And it always happens at the end of the year or at New Year's where everyone says, I'm going to be healthier this year. I'm going to go out and purchase, an expensive fitness equipment. I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to, for me, I remember we were joking about this before. Like, I think for the past several years, my fitness goal for the new year, every year, is to have abs that I can see. Not the abs that are underneath, but the abs that I can see. There was one year, I think 2022, where I got very, very close, and then I don't know what happened. And then we got out of the pandemic, and it was like food everywhere. But you're absolutely right. You have to know your why. And I was trying to think, how can we capture that mindset and motivation that happens at New Year's, where everyone wants to be? It's not, I guess some people say new year, new me. I would say new year, better me. Right. So how can I improve? And I don't know what happens. I know life gets in the way, but just because something happens, sets you back, doesn't mean you can't go back to that, trying to reach that goal. And also as we get older, we have more health ailments, that don't make us feel good. But like you said, and I like that you keep reminding us, if we exercise, we'll feel better. At the time that we're doing it, it might be painful. Again, this is with the consent of your medical physician, right? You have to make sure this is okay with what your doctor says. So yeah, exercising through it. Like last week we were talking about how to deal with rejection. Like exercising also helps get those negative emotions out. It's a good way to also refocus your mind. Your body loves exercise. I think sometimes I don't like exercising, but I do it. And when I'm on the machine or I'm outside sweating, in my mind, I was like, my body loves this. In 10 years, my body will thank me that I'm doing this now. You know, um,
Exactly.
it's really an investment in your future. And as a cancer survivor, my oncologist told me while I was going through that, she said, Kathleen, you cannot just lay down even if you don't feel well. You have to have physical activity. I'm not saying that you need to go to the gym, but if you have a treadmill at home, if you have an exercise bike, you need to get on it every day because you're just at home now. You're not commuting anymore. Your exercise is zero. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's like, just keep trying. I think you're going to find the right combination at some point between your diet and your exercise. And it's not hopeless, right? As long as you're alive,
It's not.
yeah, as long as you're alive,
It's
you can
not.
keep going. You don't have to do the carnivore diet. You don't have to do the Mediterranean diet, but you already know what your health issues are. You need to lower your cholesterol, stop eating fried food so much. Same thing with your sugar, same thing with if you have gout, what these are the things that plague you when you're older, like the accumulation of all your eating for the last X number of years finally catches up to you, and it shows up on a test that you can't cheat. You cannot cheat your lab results. So, I hope that this conversation is encouraging people. Before we go on to our next segment, we're just going to go through a couple of quick tips to help everyone jumpstart their fitness mindset. Besides, okay, I have to mention this. When you said age gracefully, I thought of my skin. I thought of my skin and my hair because as women age, you have these hormone changes and your hair starts thinning out. You start getting more
Oh,
wrinkles.
I can
You know,
feel that already,
I
Leia.
know, I know. That's what I'm saying. So when you say age gracefully, it's like, well, if you have too much sugar, that accelerates the aging process. That accelerates you getting wrinkles. So stop having as much sugar. right? So that's one tip that I learned. It's just like, oh no, no more sugar. I love having hair. Not, and I don't I feel young, so I want my face to also reflect how I feel. So I can do that through diet and exercise. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention. It was so funny. It's like, this it could be a vanity thing, but if this vanity aspect motivates you, then let that be your
Right.
motivation. I like
Yeah,
to,
why not?
yeah, I like to put up pictures of body shapes and abs that I want to have to remind me this is what you want to go to. And how do you do that? You already know, you know, just eat healthy.
So you use photos, Leia. I use like very tight clothing as my
Oh
like my
no,
motivation.
I
Yeah,
can't.
like yeah, because like if I put in this very tight, like very body hugging clothing, and then I can see some bulges there, then that will stop me from like cheating a lot. Like, oops, I have to stop because I don't like how I see myself in
You
this
know,
in
I,
this clothes.
I totally relate. That happened last weekend. I saw myself through a mirror in the back, and I was like, oh no, there's lumps. I mean, that wasn't even on purpose. You do it on purpose. I don't do it on purpose. It's just like, oh no, Philip, I can't have that. There's too many. There's too many roles here. So no, absolutely. I'm a visual person. People are visual learners. Put up pictures of your goals. It helps me. Social media also helps me. It reminds me that I don't have these abs, so it is a motivator, and especially
As long as social media will inspire you,
it
right?
is inspiring, and also learning life hack tips or diet hack tips, like cutting down your sugar, having vinegar in your diet, eating your veggies first to help keep your glucose down. Those things, things
So
that will.
we have to use social media to inspire us and not to make us feel bad about ourselves,
Yes, no,
right?
but we're not body shaming here. Everyone comes in different shapes and sizes, and I get, like you said, just because you're skinny doesn't equal fitness level. I have a lot of thin friends who are not fit at all, and they get tired very easily. So they eat a lot, but they get tired very, very easily. Okay, so quickly, so how to get motivated or get started? Set small, attainable goals. A pound a week, 2 pounds a week. Drink water. I know it's hot. So drink at least 8 glasses of water. That's 8 ounces of water. That's very easy because most cups now are like 12 ounces. So you can do it by, having 6 of those. You want to challenge yourself. If you're already able to do, 30 bicep curls easily with 2 pounds, go up to 5. Be consistent, set a schedule, visualize your success, which we already talked about. After those abs, you have to have fun while you're exercising. There has to be some kind of incentive, otherwise it's not gonna go well. You're gonna drop off. You can also find a friend to work out with, not necessarily your husband or your wife. Maybe you're one of your kids, so you're in the same house.
Yeah, and exercise is not really just exercise per se. It can be, like playing pickleball is very famous nowadays. So any movement, as long as you're moving, any movement is good exercise. So make it fun, make it like a sports that you like.
Yeah, and if you don't like sweating like me, you can just walk for an hour at the mall. If there's air conditioning, don't buy anything though. You just have to walk, just window shop. Go to the gym if you want, if you can, and then be positive. Like, if you whatever you accomplished, if you didn't get to walking 1 mile, you got to half a mile, still celebrate that. It's still a victory. Don't compare yourself to anyone around you, especially if you have a lot of thin friends, who don't work out. The competition really is you. You are your competition. And then also, this is the thing that I think sometimes sways people. People will notice what you're doing and they may criticize you, they may support you, but know that when you go through a physical body change, people might think you're sick. People might say, oh, I like you better when you were this weight, or I like it better. So just be prepared for that and just be confident in your goals. So yeah, that's how, and we're going to keep reinforcing that. All right, we have to move on because it's already 11:20. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to go on to our shout out segment. Hey, Tech, are you still awake? I know it's late.
More happy birthday. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Good morning.
More happy birthday. Congratulations.
Congrats.
I have to shout out.
Mom, dad, best friend.
All right, we're going to start off with Marisol. Marisol, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to my husband. Happy anniversary to us. It's our anniversary today, so happy anniversary to us. That's all.
Oh, is that it? Okay. I was like, wow. Okay. That's great. Happy anniversary to you guys. All right. We want to say hello to our district minister, Alex Reyes. Brother Alex Reyes is here. Good morning, brother. And thanks for supporting our INC radio. Sister Lynn has been commenting different things. She's having banana chips right now. You should enjoy your banana chips. I also have potato chips, Sister Lynn, but I only try to have like 5 or 6 pieces once the craving goes away. Yeah, so enjoy yourself. I feel like you have to enjoy yourself, right? She says that I think I saw they walk 2 times a day, maybe 30 minutes or so. That's amazing. Hopefully no joints hurt, because sometimes when I walk on the same surface, like my hips start to hurt. I'm like, oh no, what can I do? I need some oil inside.
Leia, let me just say something because you mentioned Sister Lean. Sister Lean, hi, how are you? And Brother Alex, but we were in this Bible study last week, and I was cheating. So I told Sister Lean, please don't rant me out to the INCRadio New Jersey viewers because I am cheating. I'm eating carbs and sweets.
Hey, it comes to all of us, and you are your worst critic, so you already know how to manage yourself, Maricel. So if you want to eat, go eat. It's your anniversary. I hope you guys are eating something fun, but everyone has their own version of fun as well, so it's all subjective. All right, we also want to say hi to Sister Ayla, Sister Maya, and Sister Jamaica, and we want to say hello to some of our out of district. We have Brother Jerome Alagai's here as well. Who do we have? So we have Sister Jennifer Trinidad from Long Beach, Brother Mario Oka from the locale of Brixtonville, District of Caloocan North, Faye Salas from Luzon Avenue Central District, also Kuya Rani from #Orlando, and Nathaniel Russell from South Central States. So we also want to say hello to Sister Melka Newcomb from, where's she from? Nevada, Mountain States. I was like, where did you go? We want to say congrats also to the first commenters, my mom, Gigi Fajardo. We'll say hello to Marian Del Rosario and Connie Damien from Whippany. All right. Where are we? Oh, and I want to read this comment since it's your anniversary, Maricel. A wise man once told me he can have multiple jobs, car, house, children, but only one body. So make sure you take care of it. That is true. We're not there yet.
Let me guess who said that.
Of course, your beloved. Of course, who else would say it? All right, we had some comments from last week, but we are out of time, so we're gonna go. Oh, do we even have time for a hashtag? Let's do our hashtag, Kuya Tech.
Now announcing our hashtag winners.
Okay, so quickly, our honorable mention. Congratulations to Bergen. Third place, congratulations to Bayon. Second place, Aston. And first place, wow, Philadelphia, our first placer.
Philadelphia. Yeah, go Philadelphia. We haven't seen them on first place in a while. All right, so we're going to go straight to our CFO in action, Kuya Tech.
CFO in action.
Guided by their compassion and commitment to serving their community, the local congregation of Elizabeth in the District of New Jersey, together with the CMDPS organization, organized a health screening, a free medical assessment for the community, as a demonstration of their dedication to holistic well-being. With a spirit of altruism, they extended a helping hand to those in need, recognizing that physical health is intrinsically linked to spiritual and emotional wellness. Through this screening, they provided vital resources and information, empowering individuals to take proactive steps towards better health. In doing so, they exemplified the teachings of their faith by showing care and concern for the welfare of others, embodying the principles of love, service, and solidarity that define their religious community. The youth members in the Church of Christ in the District of New Jersey eagerly came together to engage in a thought-provoking video discussion centered on the concept of faith as a mindset. With open hearts and curious minds, they delved into the deeper meaning of faith, exploring how it shapes their perceptions, attitudes, and actions in their daily lives. As they listened intently to the dialogue, they sought to glean wisdom and insight, drawing inspiration from the shared experiences and insights of their peers and mentors. Through this collaborative exploration, they deepened their understanding of faith as not just a belief system, but a transformative mindset that guides them through challenges and empowers them to embrace life with courage, resilience, and unwavering trust in our Almighty God. The book club members of the Church of Christ in the District of New Jersey gathered together for their monthly meeting to discuss the significance of Family Hour. As they convened, they reflected on the essential role of Family Hour in fostering spiritual growth, strengthening bonds, and cultivating a harmonious domestic environment rooted in love and devotion. Through shared experiences, prayers, and biblical teachings, they reaffirmed their dedication to prioritizing family unity and cherishing moments of togetherness as foundational pillars of their religious journey. In this gathering, they found solace, guidance, and inspiration to navigate the challenges of modern life while upholding the values and traditions passed down through generations. Led by District Minister Brother Alex M. Reyes, the District of New Jersey promises to always unite with all endeavors of the Christian family organizations. And this was our CFO in action the last week. From the District of New Jersey, this is Sister Maricel Dagoto. More on CFO in action next week. See ya!
Thanks for that, Sister Maricel. Always happy to hear your voice talking about navigating the modern challenges. That's definitely true. So, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today's show. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. We see your comments. We enjoy them as well. We're going to try to get them out on next week's show. But we'd like to thank our church administration for their continued support to INCRadio and allowing us to have the show where we can stay connected and learn together. Thank you to our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo Manalo, and our CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo.
And before we say goodbye, we again thank all our viewers for taking the time to watch the show. We hope today's topic has given you some motivation to get fit and stay fit, and ideas on how to support someone who is trying to achieve health goals and have a fitness mindset. It's a tongue twister. Have a fitness mindset shift for a better and healthier you. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye, everybody.